Hi, I'm Michael Simard from Arlyx, a startup based in Quebec, Canada. We are building the next version of autonomous vehicle for the mining industry. I started 11 years ago with website designing and networking implementation for businesses. When I finished my baccalaureate in robotics engineering at Zoho Books, I decided to design my own mobile robot that we are currently developing here. 11 years ago, we were doing services, but right now we are developing our own product. That's a completely different business model, and our business needs changed. We received nearly $1 million of grants last year, so we'll be audited next year. Zoho Books is helping us be prepared to such an audit with features like transaction locked. So we are able to lock all the past transactions so we can prevent error or modification of last transactions. Another feature that is interesting is the report audit. So we are able to export a PDF or Excel format report that tells us each modification we did to each transaction. So we can backtrack any error or modification, so we are ready to answer all the questions the auditor will ask us. The best feature for us on Zoho Books is the report tag. With the report tags, we are able to export a PDF that tells us everything we know about all the grants. And we know, example, with the federal government, if we have, on-target expenses or if we miss expenses. So, we can get all the money we can and be efficient with the grants. With Zoho Analytics connected to Zoho Books, we are able now to see real-time our budget compared to the actual values or expenses. That is really helping us because we have a lot of expenses, a lot of projects, a lot of grants. And before that was really difficult because we were working with Excel sheets that was, really complicated to keep track of all those expenses. But right now we have a real-time dashboard with Zoho Analytics that tells us exactly the remaining balance we have for each project. For our service side of the business, the biggest feature for us is the time tracking feature of Zoho Books. Because right now with Zoho Project, our employees are using the timesheet. I approve them and they are automatically synced with Zoho Books. After that, Zoho Books take care of everything. The invoices are sent to the customers, they pay them, and we receive the money in the bank. So that's automatic and we don't have to do anything. My biggest challenge as a CEO of a startup is staying lean. I don't want to have so much people doing administrative tasks, so I'm doing most of this thing myself. The thing that is time consuming is the finances. I need to track all the expenses and all the receipt. That's difficult because I have physical receipt, I have receipts sent by email, and I need to send them to the accountants. That's where Zoho Books shines because I can forward the email directly to Zoho Books documents and scan the receipt with Zoho Books application. Like that, the accountants have real-time access to all the receipts and they can just take the receipt and match it with the transaction connected to the bank fee. So that saves a lot of time.
We have been working with Arlyx for a few years now. They did a change in their business model, coming from services to product. And now they add a lot of projects that they have to report, grant-based funding project. And they wanted to allocate some expenses, timesheet, and the grants to those projects. We were able to do that with them, help them set up Zoho Books and pivot their Zoho Books account. And also use Zoho Analytics as well to do the reporting so they can be aware of all the expenses coming to the project and make sure that they are spending properly the funds that they receive.
Zoho Books is perfect for any startups in Canada. They offer great features, are listening to the customers, and respond really quickly to any queries by email. I love Zoho Books.